Hello, this is Jared playing Oxygen Not Included. This is episode 2 of Ocean View. Going to be an asteroid that is focusing on quality of life. When we just open this store, we're starting off with the first project of the day, being a fire pole, being installed down the center of the base. See, there's some skills to be given out. Chop will give you grilling, sprout will give you farming. Digging out an area down here, eventually use that for possibly coal burning, power plant. And I think I'm going to put in food, or a little kitchen area right next to the mess hall, or great hall actually at this point. So we're going to need to find a little bit of copper. Dig some of that around here. Oh, and we've got a trap dupe mallet. Okay, mallet is able to get back out. Go to power, struggling to keep power on. Definitely will get, okay, so Calvin, you field research. Help with research projects. Found out a little bit more copper. Drill at that. Piece of copper here the dupes can't reach at the moment. Let's look at the oxygen levels. Oxygen diffusers doing their job. Taking a bit of power to run. Carbon dioxide level starting to build up down here. That's going to be even worse once we get our coal generators going. New washroom up here. We got some showers, individual washroom for each of the dupes. And I'm going to say that is our fire pole. The next project is to get some coal generators so we can get the dupes off of the manual generator. They're getting a little bit tired of running in circles. We will put coal storage right here next to these guys. Researching smart battery so that we can automate this. That's been complete. I think after we get power, we got to get farming, so we'll research agriculture next. Put a smart battery right there. Throw. Oh, we will need a little bit more research, won't we? Maybe what we'll do is just have one running for now. Running wire through that individual. But we got to focus on farming, I'm thinking, next. And we'll come back to heavy watt wire line. Okay, so I believe we can safely run both manual generator and one coal generator. So we're okay with that setup for now, and we're ready for the next dupe. The next dupe we are going to be taking in is Zap. So kind of staying with the power theme, someone that can help with engineering and power skills eventually. Let's go to the schedule. We'll throw Zap down here, making schedules 4 dupes per schedule. And I think we want to up this to maybe 90. And let that run. Alright, so with this in place, I think the next thing I'm going to research is the heavy watt wire line. And we can start a little bit of farming. Okay, before we go any further, let's go through some of the comments from last time. First off, Balix mentions, I like your idea for such themed base runs. So this is all about quality. Martin says, I'm here for the first time and you seem like a cool guy. Cheers. And Dionic mentions, I wasn't expecting another ONI series from you so soon. But they also mention that the first dupe, which was Drill, I don't know if I can find Drill, which looks just like Explorer from last time. If you watch that, they went through the temporal tear. And they're mentioning that maybe I should have called them Explorer. Well, maybe this is Explorer. Just Explorer decided to change their name, or they have their memory erased and they are now Drill. Anyways, thanks for that. Let's, it just occurred to me that I'm not doing an optimized run. By any means, I'm going to run into problems if I keep pushing more and more dupes out. And this is about a little bit slower paced quality of life. So all to say is I've got to stop printing dupes. I think I'm going to stop at 8 for a period of time until I can get caught up and I feel comfortable getting more. Hopefully I will remind myself, because usually I just print like crazy. Just occurred to me too that we don't have a barracks. The dupes quality of life. This is going to be important. But we're going to grow some bristle blossoms, at least as much as we can. For the amount of seeds that we have, we will need some lights, speed things up a little bit. Put a kitchen area down here later, but we'll start growing stuff first. A little bit of muckroot so we can survive a little bit longer. We'll need a second light over here, but we'll need to dig this out a little bit first. If we can't find enough seeds, we'll eventually get seeds from the plants here in time. We can dig a little bit more. Pretty sure we'll get a few more seeds. Could be careful there. I don't want that water to spill on top. Quality of life is a thing. We don't want to be drenched. All right, that's heavy watt wire. That's going to enable some stuff later on. What should we do next? Maybe a bit of automation. Put some ladders along this way so we can get across. See if I can figure out. I think that this is the next location. We need a light. Put that there. Put some wires across like that. Starting to run too much on this. We'll put the farming together and then we'll do heavy watt wire upgrade later. Right after this. Let's start digging that out. So we're out of seeds now. Unless we can find more. Bunch of seeds available down here. Might as well see if any of those are some of those bristle blossoms. Feel like we'll get one or two. There's one. Be that. And I believe we need 24 of these guys. I'm going to put in 26 just to make a little bit of a buffer. So I print 8. Take a little path in this way where there's few buried objects. Where there's buried objects, there's always a chance of getting something like a seed. Skill to be given out. Zap. Let's give you tinkering and dash. Extra strength. And just a few more things to dig. I think I'll stop there in terms of working on our food system. What do we have? 60,000 calories. I think that should do. Plus, there's going to be more muckroot as we go. Explore a little bit around this asteroid. me just end this little section on putting the plan in for that. Right, the dupes really like tiling. Since we're gonna have 8 dupes, we better focus on putting tiles in place here. There's also a risk of the shine bugs getting over in this area. That would not be good. We'll do that. Okay, and we'll move on to the next project. Okay, so with some bristle blossoms growing, let's go down here to a power upgrade. Notice that we're running a little bit too much load on here, at least for part of the time. We'll engage 3 different coal generators. I think we'll be able to afford to turn this guy off. We're going to have to worry about the carbon dioxide, both from the dupes and from the coal generators. We'll deal with that shortly after. Okay, so we've got a good amount of metal, I suppose. Let's have a look. A metal-rich asteroid, yeah, 72 tons. No concerns there. Transformer going in. Let's just disconnect that. Disconnect that. Put that like so. Put this there. Take out that little section, and then I think that should be good for our power system, except for the fact I should put that back in so we've got more than 1 coal generator. And that should do for that little project. So I keep ripping down some of the plants I had originally put in as a nature reserve, or planned as a nature reserve. So I'm just going to put that park sign there to hopefully remind myself not to destroy those plants. Also worried about carbon dioxide. So pump going in here. I would normally use this little building for that, but I'm going to say that it's not the style these guys will go with. They'll do a gas reservoir. And then later on, vent the top of the asteroid out in space once we get up there. Okay, didn't take long to put that portion of the pipe in, though it's going to take much longer to get at the top. Let's go look at their skills. Drill or explore. Mallet here with construction. So now we can dig through abyssite. Keep making a path up here then. Drill can work on that. Oh, there's a little bit of a danger. We're going to have to watch that one. And this is going to be our final dupe for a little bit. I just have to think about which type of dupe I should be bringing in next. So I've decided the last dupe that we're going to get for a little bit anyway is going to be Whisper. So that brings us up to 8. Let's go to the schedule here. Put them down there. These dupes like to be in schedules before. Skill-wise, we'll give you farming so we can eventually do critter ranching. Let's go to priorities. Get, see, Whisper, focus on ranching. In fact, they'll probably be the only one with that skill for a bit. Farmer can focus on farming. Everyone else, maybe I'll decrease on farming. Okay, so our pump is in place. Working on research for initial storage of carbon dioxide. Start to put in some ladders up here. And we put in a little bit of a fire pole just to help with exploration up this way. Dig out a little bit of metal for that construction. And the clunky manual generator is down. No one is unhappy about that. A little bit of chlorine here. Didn't notice that earlier. Lots of space to take showers. Let's check our farm. Okay, good stuff down in here growing. Still need more seeds though. Okay, let's just do this little section here. Get drill to do this right away. Oh, okay, looks like we're fine there. I gotta be careful because I will be taking water down the base if I keep going up this way. So maybe we'll get up to that far, make a plan, do something else. Skill point, sprout, view crop tending. So dupes continuing to go up so we can deal with that carbon dioxide, but we will have a pump researched. Just curious where our researching dupe is. Mallet doing research. Whisper idle. Hold on. Calvin, where are you? Follow cam. Oh, you're up doing okay, you're fine. You're doing research. I guess I'll have to get another project together. Well, interested in going around this water. So the dupes really do not like getting their feet wet. And because they very much like all the things they want now in nature reserve. So since we've got a park sign, we'll develop that in a central place. I was planning to put another barracks here, but since I'm no longer getting more than 8, at least for a little bit of time, we won't worry about expanding that just yet. Research-wise, maybe we'll do improved plumbing. Okay, right. So that gives us the ability to build one of these tanks, which, maybe I'll throw this right here. Would also be good to put in a little automation. Maybe look for carbon dioxide. So we'll have after this our carbon dioxide pump and a nature reserve, unless this is too big. Main section here. Need to be 120. I'm already 106 just here. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. This is not great. All right, we will have to make an adjustment. I'd hate to either move my farm or showers over. But I think we may have to live without showers for a certain period of time, sadly. Meantime, before we do that, we'll open some of these doors. What did I do here? Okay, that door's meant to be shut to keep out shine bugs. This one is okay to be open. So it's that one, and that one. All right. Looks like we are at 421. Oh, I see. Just want to know exactly how much I have to cut it down by. 125, so I need to cut it by 5. So instead of redoing the showers, I'm going to destroy this gas reservoir, which I just built. It's going to let a little bit of carbon dioxide out. We'll move this over by a little. Put that right there. Put in some tiling. Get some fire pole ladder going down on this side instead. Put a floor right there instead of right here. Take down that fire pole section. Let's focus on that so we can get the carbon dioxide pump. Let's put carbon dioxide. We don't want to push oxygen in there. That'd be waste. currently lots and lots of carbon dioxide down here. So we can get that built, chop. That would be lovely. How's our food situation? Okay, we will probably want to get a kitchen made after this. And these guys definitely will want to put on something fancy if there's something available. Give that to drill. Oh, they're having too much trouble. Let's get warm coat. We don't need that. There is drill with their fancier thing. Let's see if we have a nature. Oh, not quite. Well, we do, but spot for carbon dioxide, which is great. Dash. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Oh, maximum 120. And we are 121. Well then, I mean, in theory, should be easy, right? I could do this, that make it somewhat awkward getting across there, though. Does that really matter right now? Let's just live with that. And I'll keep the rest of the dupes busy. Won't we maybe go explore in this direction? As well as out here. Okay, so we now have a nature reserve for these guys and a carbon dioxide pump. Alright, next project. Let's just throw in some research. And I'll do a plan. So next task is to, as long as we don't think they're won't have food for a bit, because I want to put in the kitchen, we're going to look for a little bit of exploration. Going left, going right a little bit. Worried about the water here, so we're going to slow down. Worried about the carbon dioxide here, so we're going to slow down that direction. And up in this direction, because we're not pushing up hydrogen like I normally do, I'm going to use this opportunity to get an oxygen diffuser there and be able to explore up. A little bit of breathing room up there. Open up this a little bit wider so we can get some carbon dioxide, or rather oxygen in there. Okay, so now we can print a few things if we're not getting more dupes for a bit. Still have carbon dioxide piling in here. And we'll find out what our first geyser is. If I want to explore down, one thing I could do is get gas masks. So how about we research that? Chop. Yes, the kitchen. I know, Chop. We'll get to that soon, very soon. So we've got that on, but someone needs to throw an algae, it looks like. So drill, checking out this direction. See if we have some oxygen coming up here. We do. It's going to make going up in this area a little bit better. This looks like it's going to be a dangerous dig, so maybe what I'll do is make this a high priority thing so I can watch that now rather than find drill stuck potentially. Let's not drill. There's drill. Okay. This is what I was concerned of. Yeah, that takes care of that. Make a path continuing to go up. And eventually we'll be able to vent out some of that carbon. Oh, there's another danger there. I'll stop at that point. I think it is time now. Oh, let's get, let's check out these geysers. Dig along this path there just to avoid the bleach stone for now. Oh, and we got a stuck dupe. Sprout, let's help you out. Okay, Sprout is now safe. We've got a copper volcano over here. I'll pause so we can build a kitchen. The dupes do not want to eat if they can avoid it. Bristleberry by itself. So we get a backcountry grill. We're going to grow some bristleberry. Let's go to priorities. I don't know if I set this or not, but Chop, you are on cooking, which is what is set. I'll just leave everyone else the same because they don't have the skill anyways. We're also going to look at making a deep freezer. We're going to put a thermoregulator right here with a heavy watt wire line. It's going to be connected to automation line right in there. That's going to have some heating challenges. And, well, we'll see how these dupes do. Digging in this direction for a little bit of gold amalgam. I like to use that as radiant pipe over there. We're going to have to watch our algae level. Curious where we are. 34 tons. We will need to switch to something else for oxygen, guys. Hopefully by that point we can deal with or come up with a system that doesn't have hydrogen in the base. We do not want that. These dupes are so picky. And we're going to go in this direction. So I think a little bit of reed fiber would be needed in this project right along here. I need to wait for that reed fiber before I can actually do that. Dupes are going to have to go in this wet area for accessing that. And realizing I should wait till I get gold amalgam. So that machine could overheat otherwise. Is that enough? Oh yeah, that'll do. Set that right there. Finish insulation. Should have done igneous rock. You know what? Let's just change that over. Put some granite pipes in here. Let's put gristleberry and bristleberry in the fridge. Oh wait, I shouldn't actually use the fridge. They're kind of too well insulated. Instead, I should be using a ration box made out of granite. Oh, and that kind of gets in the way of our thermosensor. Shoot. Okay, just a sec. So I see the dupes were able to get at the door. That little piece of reed fiber right here. Do I get these guys? Maybe I do. This is a bit of a risky thing. Let's do the bottom section first. So two up there next. Actually, we can do that side too. Do we have enough radiant pipe? Oh yeah, we definitely should put that along that way. Actually, we'll continue it inside the area. We want to keep our food nice and cool. Wonder if I should add actually one more layer of better conductive granite. Let's put that in place just to finish that little guy off. Risking that, not watching that. Move that over by one then. Okay, all right, and then it's gone off. No one has been injured. Okay, so we're going to put our little thermoregulator sitting right here. Got to insulate, make that out of igneous rock. Go in like that. Radiant pipes on this side. Insulate there. Make sure that has some power on both like that. And that, since that's not a fridge anymore, might as well get rid of that wiring. It's ever above minus, maybe we'll make that 25. We'll put in our bristleberry. Farm is still growing, still waiting for more seed. Research-wise, do that. These guys can't actually reach up there, so just put that in to help them. I don't know if they can. I think that should work. No, I'll pop one of those tiles. Oh, and hydrogen. We don't have as much hydrogen as I normally would. So I'm gonna have to carefully select where I might be able to find that. Really like to get this loaded with a bit of hydrogen. So we're gonna dig up into this zone, match that with a little bit of hydrogen there, keeping a door, hopefully from keeping it to escape on it. A little bit of filtering. Power obviously needs to go in there. Let's look at a skill, Calvin. Give you that. Zap, electrical engineer. So I could get power plant here. But I don't think that's needed just yet. Carbon monoxide levels. Okay, not too bad actually. So we still need more seed. It'll probably just come from the farmer. Or sprout rather. Working in that area. Okay, so this is going to be for hydrogen. A little bit of granite in the way. So, drill, where are you? We need you. Air systems. We may have to put in electrolyzers some point here. You're holding up the work, drill. Nobody else can dig through that stuff just yet. Really should make a note for one of these, probably mallet, to get ability to dig through granite. Okay, I'm gonna have to get the dupes to do something else while we wait for drill. So even though I don't have an oxygen system yet, I'm going to get some gas masks, make it a little bit easier to explore down. These dupes will not enjoy holding their breath. Drill opening up in here, single wire needed so we can get that pump running. Collect a little bit of hydrogen. Okay, so that's making its way over. And we've got our thermoregulator running. So we do have to worry about heat on this guy. Did make it out of gold amalgam, but that's not going to make it last forever. Let's make a few of these gas masks. Ask for them to be repaired. Supply them in here. What about up direction? Okay, just worried about that, so let's do that at high priority. Okay, let's not forget about that, because I could be trapping a dupe, so I'm going to assign this and then go back up. 43,000 calories. And we've got coldness on either side of this little section. In fact, very cool in here. Okay. Actually, that ladder made it such that that wasn't as big a concern. And we're nearly out in space. Still have got room in the gas reservoir, so not super stressing that one. As I normally do, up the priority. Loading that in there. We're not in oil biome yet, but we're going to be heading down. And there is some gas masks. Just one more to go. Oh, I think that's enough. Do we have enough hydrogen? Not quite enough hydrogen. Let's collect just a little more. What I'm thinking of doing is just getting a little hydrogen from this area. We'll continue to go up in this direction. Filling in some of that. How's oxygen level? A little bit of hydrogen up there. That we maybe just let that leak out in space. I'm gonna ask for that to be dug out. The ladder may or may not save us. Oh, that's definitely going to trap a dupe right there. Or several dupes. If we're not careful. Oh yeah, there's the issue. Just waiting for that. Okay, let them dig that. What about down here? It's kind of visioning that would be filled before we open up this, which is good. Heat in here. All right, what about the temperature in here? May take a little bit to run. A little bit of extra hydrogen will help. I think we can rip that down. Okay, so while the dupes are on break, just look up here, not too far to go. Eventually we'll want to open that out. Maybe that'll be a fire pole. Oh, and a little volcano over here. Minor volcano. Just wondering if a temporal shift plate's the way to go. Is that a natural thing to do? Okay, we should wait for this to be built before we open that up. And we're gonna need drill. Really need to get another dupe. I'm gonna get work on you with mech eng mallet. We'll give you granite digging here. Didn't kill my nature reserve. Oh, I did. A 121. Oh, I see it. I see it. Oh, what I could have also done is that earlier. And it all comes down to drill. Okay, so a little bit of hydrogen being added to the mix. I will come up with another project while that fills itself up. So I have a terrible habit of digging out the active point of a geyser. I think I'm just going to let that naturally fill in with volcano itself. It'll add some heat, but we're not close to the base. I'm going to dig this out without popping that tile right there. Unless, of course, it's something that's useful. Gonna look at going up in this direction. This is going to be dangerous, though. Make that high priority. We'll, oh, that didn't work. Be around to see that. I gotta get back up there. Gotta get back up there. There's nowhere else. This system has led to enough hydrogen. Okay, so the hydrogen situation dealt with. We gotta get back up in case there's someone that's stuck. wonder if they're having too much trouble going through the hydrogen. I don't think so. Do some research, maybe smart storage. Lowered that pump, can get rid of that one. Might need to get a ladder, help access down there. Okay, what is taking you guys? It's going to be dangerous if you forget about this, guys, because someone's going to get stuck up there. Why does everyone have such a big problem digging out this little piece of dirt? Oh, and yeah, you're trapped. Okay, so we've got that safely going through there. That's a natural gas geyser. It's overpressured because I didn't take that out. That one would have been a big issue. A little bit of aluminum on that volcano. All right, I will decide. I think this is going to be the last move of the day, but I'm going to do one more action. Okay, so for my last project of the day, I'm going to put in a cooling system. Actually, it's more of a maintaining the temperature of this guy, which is definitely a little warm. We're going to use the liquid that's down here to do that. And we're going to go through this power plant, which also probably will need to stay a little bit warm, or cooler rather, over time. We don't have radiant pipes for liquid, but currently researching that. There's chop in our new grill. So one rule with these guys, they don't like standing on top of insulated tiles. So we're always going to make sure we have regular tiles on top. Picky dupes. They will want carpeted tiles soon. In fact, what are we doing for reed fiber? Probably not enough. Well, that'll be next. We'll finish this project. Look at that next time. Skill. Who's that? Whisper. Okay, so we've critter ranching. Next time, we'll do a little ranching. Haven't decided what critters these guys will want. So polluted water. These guys will not enjoy walking on that. To maybe minimize that, won't we do this? So they can keep their feet a little bit drier as they continue down that direction. Getting warmer and warmer. Oh, research was done. Okay. Let's take radiant pipe then. Made a mess. Oh, someone's... of course. Let's get these guys out of here. Nothing to mop up. Only because it's just so cold. But that just turned to ice, which is at risk of melting in the future. We find it. Polluted ice. Disappeared. I'm going to try to find it this way. Polluted ice. I think we've got way. There's no way that's going to work. Let's just leave it for now. Letting a little bit of hydrogen escape. We'll want to deal with that carbon dioxide. I think we're just going to plug that up so I can concentrate on the current project. And we'll deal with that next time. A little bit of that water out to that way. Let's keep going down then. Oh yeah, radiant pipes. We were trying to put that in. We'll need a little bit more metal maybe. See if this is going to be enough. Just kind of running it like this. And my thinking was to run it through this liquid here, or close to. Actually, what I could do, just make a granite tiling along this way. Use some granite in here. Bring our fire pole a little further down. And connect into there. Into there. We're going to need to get some liquid into this. Use the polluted water that's there. Or I could grab some over here. Kind of want to leave the water that's down there just to help maintain the temperature over time. So that's power for that. We'll want something to top up that line, maybe right there. How are our temperatures? It's okay. Don't want to ruin our barracks. The dupes have reached the bottom down here. We'll take that out for food. Where are we with food? 47,000 calories. Oh, and we're missing some of the light. Missed that. Okay, maybe for that last one. Just put that there. Then plug that in. What about the temperatures of our deep freezer? Getting below fridge temperature, but not in a frozen state yet, at least. Fluid water going through. We need something to direct this around. Forgot. Let's do this then. Calvin, just having a great time. Looks like you don't have anything to research at the moment, so we'll want to do some artwork eventually. Okay, so hoping this is going to help maintain the temperature. It's going to slow things down. Inspect this, grab a little bonus food, and I think we will call it a day. I just see there's a skill point. Mallet. Okay, so now I've got 2 dupes that can dig through granite. All right, well, thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully, I will see you another time. I'll keep playing this series every now and then until the away team game is out. Just kind of give me my oxygen not included fix. Until that point, see you later.